Welcome back, ARK players, to a brand new video. Now today we are going to be doing our first ever episode of Let's Talk ARK. Now this will be a video, so you know the new upload schedule is 6 PM UK time, mod review videos and gameplay videos. We are also, I can announce today in today's video, we are going to be streaming nearly daily, coming up very soon. You'll start to see those, and obviously at around 9 PM, 10 PM UK time, you will either get an update video on whatever new updates have come out for the game, or you'll be getting a news video, whatever's going on there, and then also a Let's Talk ARK video. Now today's topic is we're going to be talking about the toxic side of the ARK community. Now this involves everything. This doesn't just involve players, this involves the devs, this involves everything that's happened in the ARK community, and we're going to break everything down, talk about everything to where we are right now in 2025. Now I was going to do a documentary on this, but I decided to do it in a little bit of a different way and just have a chat with you guys, because I feel like it's easier this way to sort of get my points across, and then you guys can get your points across too. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, as always, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here. And if you want to come and join us in the Loaded Crisis cluster, the link will be in the description down below. If you want to come and join, you can talk about some amazing topics. We've got 10 plus servers where some are PvE, and we're about to do a big promotion for our new PvP servers that are going to be going live soon. So link to the Discord down below. So let's talk about this video. So why did I decide to do Let's Talk ARK? I decided to do Let's Talk ARK because I believe right now there's been a lot of stuff going on in the community, and it's not been great stuff, it's been stressful stuff, but recently I just thought that this could be a good video where you guys could share your points and thoughts and feelings in the comment section. You could say to me what topics you'd like me to cover, and we can cover these topics in the videos to spread the word out there and maybe get some voice about things. Because I actually got some inspiration from a YouTuber, Mr. Waffles, who, if you guys don't know Mr. Waffles, he is a Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies YouTuber who I met at the Sidemen charity event, and he actually got a response from Destiny. He's been doing some Destiny 2 videos, and by doing these videos he's actually got a response from those devs to make changes that has been needed in the game. And that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to make these videos, speak to the devs, speak to you guys, and get our points out there and get our voice heard, because I thought this is the best way moving forward for the ARK community. So where did this whole toxic side begin? And by the way, I want to say, most of you guys out there that play the game are amazing. Absolutely amazing. And everyone loves the game for what we've known and loved for many years. Even if you're new to ARK, you know that the addiction, no matter when you start ARK, the addiction hits in straight away. That first day you spawn in on the ARK, you know, you're looking at your imprint, you know, scratching your imprint, you're waking up on a world, and you get that addiction. Now, of course, even over time, ARK can get boring and you move on to play other games. It even happens to me as an ARK YouTuber. I go on and play some other stuff from time to time, but we always come back because you need your ARK fix. That's what everyone says. I need that ARK fix. So the toxic side of things, where does it come from? It comes from PvP. Now, by the way, toxic sides come in all forms, and it happens in every single game. It isn't just ARK, especially when it comes to a point in PvE settings where someone is going to raid someone, take something away, someone's going to trick someone. All of that stuff gets messy in gaming, and it always does. Rust, so many of these other games have exactly the same thing. So that kind of side is always going to be in all types of games where you've got some PvP settings, something where some other player can take something from another player. It's going to bring in anger, and that's what I've been preparing on my cluster, because I know that PvP side does happen. You know, you're fighting against other people to win and be the best and be on top and be the alpha at the end of the day. So that side always brings in a toxic side. But why that toxic side has grown so much more in the ARK community over time is the fact that the game has always had its problems. And what I mean by its problems is that ARK has had game-breaking bugs, ARK's had times where there's needed to be rollbacks, and at this very point in time in 2025, we are being hit by some of the biggest DDoS attacks known in history to ARK, and also to lots of other stuff in gaming. You know, the PlayStation servers, something going on with Discord too, Call of Duty apparently recently. So it's fairly scary times in gaming, but when you have a game where it relies on looking after your dinos, if you're not online, you can lose things. You know, if you don't have offline raid protection, people can come and raid you, and if you cannot connect to the game, or your PC isn't good enough to connect to the game, or whatever happens over a time after a new update, it is going to cause anger in the community. Ever since ARK Survival Ascended launched, I have to say, it looks beautiful. You can see some of the amazing beautifulness right now in the background. It looks great and is a lot of fun, and you know, being able to give console players a chance to explore mods they've never explored before has been so exciting. But of course, what's annoyed a lot of players over time, especially with the most recent announcement of the ARK Animated Series Cosmetic Pack, is communication by the devs. It has been pretty bad since the game has launched, and one of the things that Studio Wildcard have said in the past is that they would focus when ASA launches on better communication, and that is, if you speak to most ARK players, that is what they will say they get frustrated about, is because they feel out of the loop, they don't know what's going on, and they want to hear more from the devs. So the devs have been pretty loud recently on the DDoS situation, which is fantastic because we need to know what's going on. And by the way, this is stuff that's completely out of their hands. They are now having to work with extra specialists to get this situation sorted, because people that are doing these DDoS attacks aren't just people that are doing it as a laugh or something like that. These are professionals doing that, and we've been given that information from the devs. So I do have sympathy from the ARK devs there. But I do believe what has happened in the world of ASA is, I think, the way that the marketing team has sold things and done things in ASA hasn't been the best way. Now, if they had focused on doing a No Man's Sky, which, by the way, they still have that opportunity to do that with the Unreal Engine 5.5, and completely revamped their game, changed it around, made it, you know, actually blew people away with the optimization, the changes, the updates, that would be so much more healthier for the ARK community in the long run. I've said this for many months since this game has launched, and once you've got yourself a stable game, a game everyone loves, a game everyone's addicted to, with less problems. I know ARK's never going to be problem free, because I know No Man's Sky is probably not problem free. I haven't played it in a long time. I'm heading back to it very soon. But if ARK were then to get to that position and then started selling their cosmetic packs, then started selling their premium creatures, I still am on the fence with I love the premium creatures. The Dreadmare is awesome, the Pyromane is awesome, but still, obviously, for PvP players, PvP is fairly dead in the world of ARK Survival Ascended compared to how it used to be in ARK Survival Evolved. And the addition of these premium fantastic tame creatures that people have to buy, again, has been another thing that's probably killed PvP a little bit. So I think the main problem with ASA and why the toxic side has grown is the fact that the game has been poorly optimized, and you can see that on any different video on YouTube by some of the biggest creators that have made an optimization video. The timing from the marketing team on releasing new paid stuff is absolutely terrible. And I believe that, unfortunately, the devs do have a part to blame in why the community is so toxic. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that it's that always down to the dev and things like that, because there's some terrible people out there that game and get involved, and they deserve all their bans that they get, and then after they're banned, they cry and say, oh, I've been banned and I shouldn't have been banned or anything like that. At the end of the day, there's rules in place, and if you don't follow the rules, you're going to get banned, and that's the way of life. It sadly is that way in certain situations, but there are rules that always need to be put in place in life, because if it was free roam, then it wouldn't be the loving loving, caring community that we can be most of the time. So I think as I look forward to the future of Ark Survival Ascended, what I would love to see moving forward is that, you know, on the horizon there is like Ark 2 and stuff that you know, like that's going to be coming out. But what I would love Studio Wildcard to focus on now in 2025, get this game optimized to its best possible state. Get that Unreal Engine 5.5 update out. Focus on communication with the community. Enforce all the bans you need to enforce on players that are being toxic, because at the end of the day, we don't need that in our community. And over time, if you pull a No Man's Sky, I'm telling you, that will improve the revenue of the game. It will improve how less toxic the community will be, and overall it will be more of a loving place. I still believe Ark is a very loving place to be. I feel that from so many of you guys, and I feel the love from everyone. Obviously not all the time, and I don't expect to feel like that, because no matter being in the public eye in some sort of sense, you're never always going to have that full on, you know, there's always going to be someone that's not going to agree, and that's absolutely fine. But Ark has a chance. Probably I would say, this could be a little bit too far of me saying this here, but I would say Ark has the most dedicated fan base, well, if not one of the most dedicated fan bases you will see in gaming history. The game has had so many problems, yet there's still hundreds of thousands of people that play it. When I say hundreds of thousands, I might be pushing that a little bit more, but there's 70,000 alone on Steam, and we've been told by the devs that there's more on console. So we've still in the hundreds of thousands of players that play this game with all of its. That's just oh no, so that's a lie. That's both of them put together. 70,000 is in is ASE as well. So, but still, that's crazy numbers for a game that's got a lot of problems. And I do believe if Ark follows, and there's still so many more maps to be released for this game. So if they can focus on some of these situations and problems, we could get into a much better place. The toxic side is never going to change, because that's just like in the sense of like PvP and all of that, but that's just part of a healthy game in the end, and then sometimes bans do have to be enforced. But as for from the dev side, I do believe there is a lot more they can do to prevent things that go on. So as Wildcard know, I love them so much and I have a lot of respect for them, but I do call things out when I don't agree on it. And something right now that really does need to be improved is the communication side of things. If they can do that, it's going to help a lot more. I'm glad we got that big roadmap. That's on ASA, but there's still many things that's right now we don't know what's going on. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This was the first episode of Let's Talk Ark. This one being on the toxic side of the game and how things can be improved. Next up will probably most likely be news videos, because GDC 2025 is coming up and Ark Survival are there. I know Snail Games are there. I don't know about Wildcard, but either way, they're going to be showing off new updates, which I'm guessing is going to be Unreal Engine 5.5. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Be sure to let me know what topics you'd like me to cover. Come and join us in the LoadedCrysis Discord, and I'll see you in the next one.